Eddie Jones has spoken about England's record in Cardiff not being good enough, and how there's a psychological issue for England going across the 7. Conversely, you won there in 2011, you won there in 2015. So does Cardiff, the Principality Stadium, hold any fear for your England players, as Eddie Jones is suggesting?
We've got massive belief in the squad, massive confidence in what we're doing. We know that we're going to be fully prepared. We know that we're massively excited about the challenge. We know we just want to get out there. Even this early in the week, we're just itching to get to game day, because we know what we're about, and we're desperate to play. It will be a big challenge, but like I said, we're just excited. We're energised by it, and we just want to get out there.
Mate, the Principality Stadium, Wales, England, massive emotional challenge, and knowing you as I know you, there's not more passion than in any player that I've ever played with than you. So going away to a cauldron, a place like Wales, does that bring out the best in you, Mike?
Oh, look, I love playing for England, you know that. We spent a lot of time together over the years, and I love playing for England. I love playing for my club. So every time I put on a shirt, whoever I'm representing, I try and put as much passion and into my game, and sort of play the way I'd want to see someone else playing if they had the opportunity. So that's no different for me. That's how I get the best out of myself. I want to be right on the edge. I want to be confrontational. I want to be confident. I want to be bouncy, running the ball back, getting involved all over the field. And that'll be no different if I'm one of the lucky ones getting selected this weekend. It's about me getting the best out of myself, and that means I need to be on the edge.
Mike, Ugo and I were talking before one of the podcasts the other week, and I was talking about this film that Richie McCaw's just been in, where McCaw talks a lot behind the scenes about during his career everything was focused on rugby, and now once he retired he can look at other things in life. And I said to Ugo, is there anyone like that who you've played with? And he said Mike Brown. Do you know what he's getting at when he talks about that focus and it being so much about rugby for you that is kind of your be-all and end-all? Is that a sort of fair appraisal?
Oh yeah, definitely. He's right with that. Probably too much. Sometimes, I'm constantly thinking about rugby, about my game, how I can get better, what I didn't do right, what I did do right, how I can improve, the next job. All those things always going through my mind. Even when I'm not supposed to be thinking about rugby, you can't help but think about it. But I love doing this as a job. I feel very lucky. Like I said before, I love representing Harlequins. I love representing England. Feel very lucky to do so. So, the first day I got this opportunity to do it as a job. First time I signed on at Harlequins, I said to myself, I want to make the most of this opportunity and get the best out of myself, and that's what I've continued to do since that day one until this day, and I'll continue to do that till the end of my career.
Do you ever let yourself relax, Mike? I mean, Ugo, there are times when you've seen a relaxed Mike Brown, or is he always the kind of Mike Brown we see in the media, which is very, very focused?
Can I just defend Mike, and especially this week more than any other? Wales, England, and he's labelled the angry man, and there's a fine line between angry and passion. They're both emotions, and people get it confused. I know Mike very well. Played with him 14 years, and I've never played with a more competitive, more passionate guy. And the way which he displays his passion is brilliant. He's just said it himself. It gets the very best out of it. Opposition don't like it, but anyone who's ever played with him absolutely love it. And I tell you what, going to Principality Stadium this weekend in an encounter which means so much to millions of people, I tell you, there's one person in the back row I want stood alongside me, and it's Mike Brown. Not just because of his talent, but because of his emotional sense and understanding. He's one of the best players to play with.
What'd you say to that, Mike?
Well, yeah, thanks, Hughes. That's probably the nicest thing you've ever said about me when I've
been
around.
On the radio.
No, yeah, he's spot on for me. Sport is amazing because it's got different characters, and it's the same with rugby. You've got the cool heads like Fordy, and you've got people like myself, a bit like Owen as well, who like to play on the edge, want to get the best out of themselves, and they do that by playing on the edge, and that's just part of my game. I do get called the angry man, but I think it is more passion, and I don't think it's has a detrimental effect on my game at all. Like I said, it's the best way, I think, to get the best out of myself, and as long as it's not affecting the team in any way negatively, I'll continue to do that.
Do you like being written off, Mike? I mean, because people often talk about, younger fullbacks, and they talk about you being 30 odd years of age, and they're talking about this player moving to fullback in the future. But do you ever stop and think, hold on, I'm England's most capped fullback, I'm one of the first names on the team sheet? Do you almost like proving people wrong and showing that you've still got a lot left in an England shirt?
Yeah, I think it is nice proving people wrong. I've had it, I think, probably all my career. But I just try and focus on myself, really. In terms of age, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who plays for a team I support, said it brilliantly not long ago. He's older, but he's not old. I'm a bit older than some of the guys here, but I'm definitely not old. I feel good. I look after myself, prepare well, and I've got that experience to go with it. So, everything else that goes on around me, I can't focus on, I can't control. So it's all about controlling what I can control myself, and that's my preparation. That's making sure I put my game on the field and getting better every day with the brilliant coaches that I'm lucky enough to get to work alongside.
And Mike, how do you drive yourself? How do you motivate yourself? Just because the level of performance which you put out every single week, it is exceptional. I just wonder, what is that thing inside you? What's at the core of you which keeps you so motivated?
I think it comes from what I spoke about earlier. From day one, just always wanted to get the best out of myself, and taking up every opportunity to do that. I think it's probably a little fear of not succeeding, the fear of not getting selected. All those little things rolled into one, and just wanting to take every opportunity to get the best out of myself, in the lucky position that I'm in.
That's absolutely brilliant, Mike. I have to say thank you for opening up. Real honesty. All the very best of luck for this weekend. Should be an absolute belter.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Mike. Thanks for coming on. Cheers.
Bye.
Cheers.